There is a whole lot of Marvel Rivals news for the Season 2.5. Ultron's coming out soon, there's a bunch of balance and changes that are going to happen in Season 2.5, and my job is to just break it down into digestible bites for you guys. So approximately about 5 hours ago, Marvel Rivals relieved their dev vision. They basically reveal what's coming in Marvel Rivals Season 2.5, launching on May 30th this month. The update brings Ultron as a playable character, a new map, and big team-up changes, 6 added, 4 removed, 1 adjusted, and over 50% revamped since Season 0. My video will be shorter than this video just because we're just simplifying it so much. Now yes, we did get this actual trailer for Ultron, and Marvel Rivals had this to say: witness the rise of Ultron. Ultron has returned as humanity's judge after years in exile beyond his stars. His purpose is clear: to wipe organic life from the timeline and take control of the future. You can summon unstoppable precision and the power for Season 2.5 on May 30th Universal Time. Age of Ultron has begun, and I will roll the actual Ultron trailer now.
Today, the age of Ultron begins. Termination. Challenge me, you animals. Efforts perfection.
Inside this trailer, as you guys can see, we see a bunch of his team-ups and abilities. We even get to see his ults too, so it's fire.
The virus takes hold. Extermination!
We finally get to see how he'll work in-game, and be sure to let me know your guys' thoughts down into the comments below. Now, we also recently received a new hero balance update on the way as well. With Season 2.5 arriving soon, you can check out the changes they're implementing to refine your hero journey. Maintenance will begin at May 30th at 2 AM PST and is expected to take approximately 2 to 3 hours. Please note that the servers will be offline during this period and the game will be inaccessible. Server times may vary based on progress. So this is not going to be one of the updates where it's just, constant servers. No, we are going to actually encounter some downtime. But here are the adjustments that they made. Captain America is taking a slight hit to survivability, and his adjust-based health is going to 575. They increased the delay of shield recovery from 2 seconds to 4 seconds after unleashing Living Legend, and increased the energy cost of Freedom Charge from 2800 to 3100. Doctor Strange will receive a slight boost in damage of his standard abilities. They adjusted the damage falloff of Daggers of Dinark from starting at 10 meters and reducing it to 62.5% at 20 meters to starting at 10 meters and reducing to 80% at 20 meters. They also removed the range damage falloff of Maelstrom of Madness. For Emma Frost, they increased the range of her telepathic pulse from 15.5 meters to 18 meters, decreased the shield value of Mind Aegis from 500 to 400, increased the cooldown of Carbon Crush from 5 seconds to 6 seconds, decreased the hit damage of Crystal Kick from 50 to 40, and decrease the extra damage dealt when propelling the enemies into the wall from 100 to 90. Now Groot is going to have less damage and less frequent iron walls. Decrease the damage of Vine Spike per hit from 70 to 65, and increase Iron Wall's cooldown from 8 seconds to 12 seconds. Magneto is receiving a slight boost to standard damage abilities, and they increase the charging speed of rings from 4 seconds per stack to 3 seconds per stack. Thor's abilities are getting a tweak, but his survivability is taking a minor hit. They're adjusting the Hammer Throw ability effect to a standard ability, removing the Thor Force cost and the universal cooldown, adjusting the ability cooldown to 6 seconds. Thor gains 1 Thor Force from every Hammer Throw enemy hit, decrease the throw hit damage from 70 to 45, and return damage from 30 to 20. They're also decreasing the shield value gain when consuming Thor Force. They're adjusting the bonus health gain from each Thor Force consumed from 100 to 75 and adjust the maximum bonus health from 200 to 150. For Duelist, Hawkeye is going to be getting a boost in his regular hits. In his base damage of his arrows going from 32 to 34, they reduced the projectile damage of Blast Arrow from 15 to 16, and increased the spell field damage from 32 to 34. They also increased the maximum focus from 70 to 75, increasing the charging speed when aiming at an enemy from 100 seconds to 108 seconds, and charging fall-off speed from 30 seconds to 32 seconds. Hila's getting a slight increase in her sustained damage. They basically increased the charge capacity of the Night Sword Thorn from 8 to 10. Human Torch is getting a reduce in the damage of his fire cluster from 7 per hit to 6 per hit. They're increasing the charge speed of blazing blast from 2 seconds to 3 seconds, and decreasing the shield value gain from flaming meteor from 75 to 50, and increase the cooldown from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. When it comes to Iron Fist, they basically lowered the dragon defense damage block bonus health conversion rate from 1.5 to 1.3, decreased the maximum bonus health converted from damage block from 200 to 175, slightly decreased the dash distance of Yacht G Chung Ken in the Z-axis direction when there is no target, and reduced dragon defense cooldown reduction from Jeet Kune Do hits from 1.5 seconds to 1 second. When it comes to Iron Man, they're decreasing the projectile damage of the third repulsor blast from 50 to 45, and decrease the spell field damage from 60 to 55, and they reduce the armor overdrive maximum bonus health from 100 to 50. For Namor, they increase the cooldown of Blessing of the Deep from 15 seconds to 20 seconds, expand the Horn of Proteus, his ultimate ability, the inner circle radius from 3 meters to 3.5 meters, and outer circle radius from 8 meters to 9 meters. But they did decrease the outer circle radius hit damage from 200 to 180. They also adjust the Monstro spawn damage falloff from starting at 20 meters reducing to 30% at 40 meters, and starting at 20 meters reducing to 50% at 40 meters. Deadlock's taking a decrease in retrieval damage of wing shurikens from 14 to 12 per hit, and decrease the invisibility duration of psychic stealth from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. Gorgo's capacity of burst acorns are going from 10 to 12. They're decreasing the cooldown of Mammal Bond from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. They're also going to optimize the user experience of Squirrel Blockade, Tail Bounce, and Unbeatable Squirrel Tsunami, her ultimate ability. For Star-Lord, they're increasing the energy cost of Galactic Legend, basically his ultimate, from 3,400, and extending the maximum target range from 30 meters to 40 meters, and adjusting the damage falloff from reducing to 60% at 40 meters to reducing to 75% at 40 meters. Storm's also taking an increase of her Omega Hurricane ultimate ability from 150 seconds to 160 seconds. For Punisher, they're reducing the slow rate of Final Judgment, his ultimate ability, from 20% to 10% when not firing, and from 40% to 30% when firing. They also increased the ejection's magazine size from 30 to 40, single hit damage from 18 to 19, and slightly reduced spread when firing. Now lastly, for Strategists, Jeff's kit gets a fantastic rework. They added a new effect to Joyful Splash that now also deals damage to enemies at 70 damage points per second, and can heal allies through other allies, but not through enemies. Damage falloff starts at 20 meters to a maximum of 65%, at 40 meters reducing healing per second from 150 to 100. His Aqua Bursts are now at 3 charges with 3 seconds per charge, and there's a new effect where direct hits now launch enemies up and increase spell field damage to 40 to 45. They also changed the effect of Healing Bubble from one-time healing to healing over time, increasing healing amount from the previous instant 85 to 120 over 4 seconds, and reduced max charges from 6 to 3, and removed the enemy launch up effect. They also added a new effect to Hide and Seek. It now has the energy cap of at a max of 120 that drains by 20 per second while submerged, and restores 15 per second when not. Reduced healing while submerged from 35 seconds to 15 seconds. His ultimate ability, Healing on Swallowed Enemies, now grants 45 health per second as bonus health, and up to 150. They increased the damage reduction received when taking a critical hit from 50% to 70% as well. For Luna Snow, they increased the light and dark ice healing amount and damage per round to 22, added a new effect to Absolute Zero where it now grants 50 bonus health per enemy hit, and increased the energy cost of her ultimate ability from 4,500 to 50,000. Rocket Raccoon's survivability is taking a tiny hit, and they basically reduced the repair mode direct hit healing amount from 55 to 50. He's also blasting off the ammo reload and losing the team up anchor bonus, but gaining a new team up anchor bonus in the Rocket network for some stellar new support. Now, when it comes to team up abilities, for what's new, Luna Snow and Hawkeye received a new team-up ability. Luna Snow gets a 15% increase in healing effects, and Hawkeye unlocks a new Ice Arrow ability through his team-up. Storm and Jeff now have an ability where Storm gains the Shark Surge ability through her team-up with Jeff, and Jeff gains the Chef NATO ability through his team-up with Storm. The Punisher and Black Widow got a team-up ability. The Punisher gains a maximum health increase of 25 and a 5% boost in damage output, and Black Widow unlocks a new Pulse Rifle ability through her team-up with the Punisher. Rocket Raccoon and Penny Parker got a new team-up ability, where Rocket Raccoon gains a 5% increase in healing effect when the team up is active. His BRB is upgraded to a web beacon, and Penny Parker unlocks a new armored Spidey nest ability through her team up with Rocket Raccoon. Iron Man and Ultron have a team up. Iron Man gains a 5% boost in damage output, and Ultron gains a new nano ray ability from his team up with Iron Man. Venom and Chef have a new ability. Venom gains a maximum health increase of 150, and Jeff gains the healing Chendal's ability through his team up with Venom. When it comes to team up abilities adjusted or removed, Hawkeye's and Black Widow's current team up ability has been removed. This means that they lose lose both of their actual extra abilities that they had with each other. Rocket Raccoon and the Punisher's team-up ability has also been removed. Luna Snow and Jeff the Landshark's team-up ability has been removed. For the Hulk and Iron Man / Namor team-up ability, Iron Man loses the Gamma Overdrive ability previously gained from his team-up with Hulk. And when it comes to Spider-Man, Penny Parker, and Venom, that team-up has been removed as well. For balance changes, when it comes to the Atlas Bond for Iron Fist and Luna Snow, they decreased the Atlas Bond team-up anchor damage boost proportion from 15% to 10%. The Fantastic Four team-up, they increased the cooldown of Storm's siblings, Wedded Harmony, and Cooperative Comrades from 20 seconds to 25 seconds. They increased the Gamma Monstro cooldown from 15 seconds to 20 seconds, and for the Cyclops, Magneto, and Emma Frost team-up, they basically reduced the proportion of damage caused by magnetic resistance and soul resurgence illusions from 30% to 20%. Now, this whole thing will be active May 30th, and be sure to let me know your guys' thoughts on everything new inside this actual, update. There's also this new experimental mode that's coming to Marvel Rivals as well, where it's like you basically get to play Marvel Rivals but single player. You get to adjust characters where you want them against other characters and stuff, and it's honestly pretty cool looking. As you guys can see, this is how it'll look when you're arranging your characters and stuff like that, and you can have them like all duke it out with other characters and stuff. It's honestly interesting. You will now also see Lord icons on the actual select screens now, and they're also doing mood and emojis now, where you can put them on your nameplate and like on your account and stuff, or use them in game. Also, new seasons will be shortened up to 2 months each starting season 3, so we should start seeing seasons a lot more often now. And that pretty much is everything that we know at the moment. Let me know your guys' thoughts, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys inside the next one. Peace.